been teaching for 13 and a half years here at Michigan State University. There are these things called infographics, and I made those, and I taught that here for a long time. But now I teach creativity and problem solving, creative thinking and problem solving. So some of these reviews are almost certainly going to be like, why are we here? What the I've read a lot of reviews. They're all over. Some of them range from Karl's the man to Karl's the most arrogant guy I've ever met. I hated his class. He's just talks about himself incessantly, all that kind of stuff, and it's all true. It's basically make your prof cry at night. Make your prof never want to walk into a classroom again.com because you just become so terrified. People don't write when they're happy. They write when they're mad, and they write when they really hate you. So anybody who goes into a site like ratemyprofessor.com, I would bet that the majority of them, not to excuse anything I've screwed up in a classroom, but I'll bet you the majority of them are doing it because they want to rant about something. The ones who like you just go, awesome guy or something, and then the other ones who hate you, they write like this much about what an idiot you are. It's just awful. It's terrible. So you stay up at night going, I'm a terrible person. I don't even want to walk back in the classroom. You really need to have a thick skin, because it's anonymous and students can say anything, and all decorum goes out the window. Anything their parents taught them or we taught them or I taught, they can say anything, and it's full on hate on you. They're hard. You have to be in a good mood or drunk, something like that. I've got a 4 out of 5 rating total, so that means most kids like it. Okay, so this is poor, 2 out of 5 stars. I like the guy as a person. Well, I'm a pretty good guy. Anyway, but a professor, not so much. This class is boring and long. The homework assignments are a waste of time. And the 3-hour-long lecture sucks, especially because we learned nothing. It's all busy work. I can't believe I wasted credits on this. Should not be a requirement to take for my degree. Don't waste your time. He didn't get the class. This is about learning to think better, as more out of the box thinking. But there's some people who are just gonna sit in the back of the class and just hate on the class because each assignment is targeted to trigger a different part of your creativity. And if they don't get that, despite everything I've said and everything that the assignment tried to relay, then they're just not getting it and they're not trying. But a lot of people do get it. So if he had given or she had given more constructive criticism, for example, I could actually do something about it, but this doesn't really help me at all. Here's a good one. 5, Karl's a complete gem. While the class is long and somewhat exhausting, he makes it so much fun. Show up for some pop quizzes here and then, but other than that, the assignments are very minimal, and if there are any that are catered to interest you, 10 out of 10, love this enthusiastic, crazy man, and they gave me a 5, so that's cool. Here's one that's not good. This is awful. This is worse than the one before. It's a 1. This class is easy, but it's easily the stupidest class I've ever taken in my life. Complete waste of $1,800. MSU is a disgrace for making this class a requirement. Did not learn a single thing. Crazy, stupid homework assignments, waste of times, liberal class, but easy 4.0 with minimal effort. And Karl has a great background and is erudite, which means well-spoken, though he tends to go off on little rants, but he is funny and a great person to talk to after class. His homework is assigned weekly, and can really make you think, although they are pretty simple. There aren't any exams, yet there are a few quizzes. There's an average. I thought the content of the course had the potential to be very interesting and useful, but it was extremely poorly organized. The professor tended to go off on pointless tangents, and the homework assignments assigned weekly seemed rather pointless and easy. That actually tells me something in the sense that there are people in my class who are feeling that the homework assignment is pointless. I'm gonna have to really drive that home better, harder. Every time I read these, I do make it better. I try to take it to heart, but I really love when people give constructive criticism. They don't just rant like this was the stupidest class ever. It doesn't help me make it better. So there are people who complain just to just to rant, right? Just to get their feelings out and maybe to hurt my feelings. What do you guys think? Right below this.